let me talk about the economies of the world. When I talk of the economies, there are three kinds of economies in the world. The first of its kind is capitalism. Capitalism is such an economy in which the means of production are solely in the hands of the private individuals. That is, the private individuals and companies have all the hold over all the production and services of the country. Thus, the biggest thing that comes to our mind is that the rich are becoming richer and the poor living in miserable condition. The biggest merit of capitalism is that it definitely accelerates economic growth, because the private individuals work towards gaining profit and thus the economic growth comes naturally. And the biggest demerit is that such an economy overlooks social interest. Naturally, the private individual does not have any interest in anybody. His sole motive is just to earn more and more profit. The next kind of economy in the world is socialism. In socialism, all the means of production are in the hands of the government. And thus, the biggest merit that comes to such an economy is that it ensures social equality. Everybody gets an equal share in the means of production, in the profit of production, and everywhere. So, there is equality in such an economy. But the biggest demerit of such an economy is that the consumers are left with very few choices. Because when the government has everything in its own hand, it's not going to expand anything in a massive way. But when the economy is left in the hands of the private individuals, then there are going to be many competitors. So, when there are competitors, then naturally the choice of the consumer widens, and he also might get a better price for the goods that he has to buy, or he would have to pay more. Now, the third kind of economy that we have in India is called as the mixed economy. The mixed economy is an economy in which the means of production are owned both by the private individuals as well as the government. So, both players, that is the government and the private individuals, have their own say in the market. It seems like an excellent condition, and the biggest merit that comes to such an economy is that it enhances equality and social justice. But the biggest demerit that comes is that most of the public sectors, they increase inefficiency and corruption. For example, when you go to the government departments, you generally see that the people are not working at all, or they would like a bribe. So, these are the merits and demerits of the three kinds of economies that we have in the world, that is capitalism, socialism, and the mixed economy. In India, when we started planning, we kept in mind two kinds of goals, and they are long period goals and the short period goals. The long period goals are those goals which will always be our goal, that is strengthening our economy or accelerating the economic growth or building infrastructure. But the short term goals could be the goals which are required just now at a very urgent need. That is, the situation, the economy decides for itself what are its short period goals. The short period goals are also called as immediate goals. So, the long period goals are long lasting goals and the short period goals are the immediate goals.